Hello everyone, this is Anfari, and today I'm going to be doing a review of a really cool Aibo program called Man's Best Friend, made by Jonathan Warburton-Brown. I've had a chance to test a little bit. It's a semi-autonomous Aibo personality that runs using the API, and it also reacts with objects and has the Aibo work in different moods, which is really cool, and there's also an action player involved in using this. So I'm going to start by going a little bit through the PDF, going through the overview of this software. So here's the overall scheme of it, where it goes through the robot's sensors and shows different moods based on how the Aibo is acting. So the moods are happy, angry, sad, naughty, and afraid, and each mood has its own personality skits, which you will see once I run it. And it's based on the sensor processing that really lets you do this and have the Aibo have different moods. So then here, this is showing the different APIs used. So it is using different movements based on the mood, and you can also find this documented in the Aibo API and visual programming on different actions the Aibo has. And then here's some more functions. So there's also the control functions that makes Aibo move depending if you have them in remote control mode. And then here's an overview of the credentials to be able to use the software, and also the different moods that Aibo has. So what this honestly reminds me of is a lot of the moods that the iCybe personality has. I'm a huge fan of iCybe, so made me really happy seeing this work in a similar way as iCybe or zCybe does. But it uses an API in a Python file. So then here are the different options that you can use for this program. And when you enter it in the command line, you can set the different modes. You can put debug mode, the exit dev using keys, and also the explore and remote control options on. I just kind of play around. I've mostly played around with them, so. But usually I've left just like the interact off just because I want it to run quickly, and I also like using the remote control on. But it's up to you, and depending on how you want to use this program. And then here's how you would do the credentials file. That's cut off on the page here, but you put your Aibo's name, its sex, and then the API key, and the device ID, which you are able to get from the API, which I know I've shown in other tutorials. And then this is what it looks like when you first open it, and how you would add the 5 parameters on the file. Then it just kind of shows different options that can show up if the program is working or not. And how it starts off is it puts the robot in development mode, so then the API itself will control the Aibo rather than its autonomous behavior, and will run the personality until you escape, basically, and that's how you terminate the function. And then here is the remote control mode, which is how you get Aibo to walk and play different actions. As you see here, it's the up arrow, so you can kind of get it to move around depending on what buttons you click. And then at the end here, it shows different error conditions. And the debug mode does help you go back. And your Aibo it is programmed to return to normal mode after you're done using the program. And then there are also some credentials and a little bit more on the platform in the last couple pages. And then it does have there is an email that you can use to reach the creator of the software at this mbf1000@btinternet.com. So this is the overview of the PDF. I'll be able to link it here so you can have a better look at it if you want to read through it, because I don't think you'll want to hear me talking the whole time. So now I'm going to start the recording and actually show you how this software works.